And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Check back.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Bravo.
Yeah, check it, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40.
Get it.
2nd and 5. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Check 26, check 50.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
Lady! Hurry! Like 7! General West! with it, 20. Come on, switch it.
On first down, Dobbins, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. He's going to rifle one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 2nd and long, complete to Hilton. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
218, chopper.
On 1st down, Lawrence looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, well, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip.
6-6, pull it high. Stay 50, stay 50. Drill right, 22. Small.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Off of play action, here's Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Mike 57. I got him.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Stafford. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Let's get off the field. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And the catch made by Hilton. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
On first and 10, Lawrence. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Trey Flowers. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. But he's got his man Hilton. A gain of 22. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It's the former Jet and now Giant, Damon Harrison. Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, and he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Mike 57, Mike 57. It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on 22.
Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Flush to his right. He's got it to Hilton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Lawrence. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Five.
To throw again. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Lions take over. Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
22. Check 3. Middle.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
70.
57 Mike 57.
Switch up.
Shift.
Quick the edge. Hey, 22. Check 49.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. On first down, Stafford here. And he'll find Hall. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Shift. 57 from Mike. Easy.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And now here's another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Set, blue 60. All day. 53, ready. Kill. Hey, 50. Kill. Turn up. Minus 57. 57's mine.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
250. Trail right, 22. Check 43.
Hey, watch this.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They snap it to Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. Pinheiro now to add the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, it's Henderson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Bell. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
10. X3. 218. Chopper.
Go, go, go. Check. Watch out.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Bang, 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 bang. SOS.
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, zoom. You got nothing. Mike's 40, Mike's 40. Hey, we got ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's taken in by Henderson. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
A gain of 15. Brings up 2nd down.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
You think you gonna get this? Deuce.
2nd and 5. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the number 1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating